But today we got a very special guest. We got Michael Wen in the house.
That's dope.
And he's gonna answer all your questions and maybe give you guys a little bit of insight into how life can work. You know, after you go through like the engineering college stuff and whatnot. You know, Michael does a lot of dope shit. Actually, I had to remind you, Michael. Right? You're like I sound really dope. Like you are dope. Debatable. Okay, here. How about I'll let you talk. You just give like quick like 1 or 2 minute like summary like who you are, what you do, and then we'll start getting into some questions.
Okay. So I was born in Los Angeles, California, funny enough. Lived there for 10 years, moved to Texas, where I met Gio in the 3rd grade. And I basically lived in Texas ever since. Went to college at Rice University, 4 years, Bachelor of Civil Engineering. Got my degree, immediately knew I did not want to be an engineer. But as a good, productive member of society in Asian, I was like, I need to get a job. So I got a job in oil and gas. I did that for 8 years. It sucked, but it paid the bills and let me buy a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And had a lot of cool experiences. Then the pandemic happened, and basically I was let go of my job, and they gave me a what do you call it?
Severance package.
Severance package. And okay, I could get another job like I've always done, or I could take a gamble and become my own boss, so to speak. And at the time, my uncle was trying to sell his dry cleaners, and I was like, well, I have some money from my severance package and from my savings. And I decided to buy his business at like an all-time low. It's basically
fire sale discount.
Yeah, fire sale, exactly. Hit that mystery box. Anyways, yeah, I've been doing that ever since. That was in 2021, I believe. So I've been doing that for like almost 3 years now.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
And in that time, I've also opened a second location for the dry cleaners.
Nice.
As well as bought some real estate with my brother.
So, oh yeah. What's the name of your industry? Sorry, what's your real estate company called?
So our holding company is called Gold Life.
I love that, dude. That's too fucking good. That's too good.
Funny enough, yeah. So I got the blessing from the Gold Father.
Oh, of course.
And that's what me and my brother are doing as like a side gig, as a side business venture. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell, I guess.
Nice, dude.
In my professional, I guess, career.
The professional career. Yeah. We'll go into. You have a lot of really fun hobbies, and I think as we've known each other for is this like 2 decades now? Maybe 3? Fuck, where are we? No, we're not at 3 yet. I'm not that old.
So we're like 9 when we met. So we're old, but we're not 3 decades old.
We're like 2 and
3 decades, but
2 and some change or something. Yeah.
I've known you longer than I haven't known you. Let's say.
Yeah, I've known you longer than I haven't known you, and which is longer than I've known myself.
Yeah, I knew Gio before he knew himself.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Okay, cool. Here, let's start off with the first question we had from one of the students. Let me see if I pull them up here. There we go. Let me see. Who's the first one? I think the first one was Not Your Friend. Yes. Okay. Not Your Friend is asking, how did your degree in engineering, university experience, and your diverse range of hobbies contribute to your entrepreneurship and the success of your business?
Interesting. So let's say.
Oh, what's that? Whatever this internet.
So basically, as a kid, I really liked doing things that involved my hands. So like tactile stuff, building Legos, martial arts, painting models.
Yes.
So I was always really a hands-on person. Right? I like to tackle things with my hands as well as my head. So I like to solve problems and build stuff. So the logical step was, become an engineer of some sort in college. That's what an engineer is, right? So
it's a safe bet. Yeah, I mean, and it pays well, right?
Yeah.
Your parents tell you go be an engineer. Yeah, no doctors.
I didn't want to be a lawyer. So the logical choice was to be an engineer.
Yep.
I went through the full program, and I was like, man, I don't want to be an engineer. This is it's not I would say not like artistically or
Creative. There's not a lot of creative outlets. Do you think to it?
creatively stimulating, right? It was
Yeah.
never creatively stimulating for me. Maybe I just didn't find the passion in that, right? So I always found my passion in my hobbies, and that's where I enjoy spending my time outside of my professional sense, right?
Sure.
Whether it be painting like miniatures, building Legos, working on cars,
Yeah.
building firearms, or just
Or
all
mock
sorts of crazy
firearms
stuff,
too.
right? So, yeah, right. And if you're not in the communist state of California, you can have all the freedom.
California. Hey, I still somehow got a gun in California, dude. I got a gun in California.
Yeah,
We shot it. It happens.
Yeah, so
It's possible.
So basically, the thing I got from engineering degree is that I knew that I had the ability to learn and problem solve and critical think, right? So those are the three big things I would say that make you successful in the real world. So whether it be an entrepreneur or just working a regular job, those skills are translate to like success, and those are what people look for, right? Because an engineer can do those things and apply those to real life situations, right? So whether it be me taking on a new business venture or become my own boss or working for corporate America, like those things translate to success as you can solve problems that happen in real time and know where your strengths and weaknesses are and when you need to ask for help and where you can get that help or get some sort of guidance because
the resources or find a mentor
because you can't do it by yourself. No resource, right? Yeah. So you as an engineer that you can't do a lot of these things by yourself. You don't know everything, right? You don't know everything, but there's always someone out there who does know something you don't know, and you have to keep that open mind.
Okay, cool.
And I would say those are kind of the things that I got from my degree. But even though I never really used my degree, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, man, because like again, I went through the PhD, I learned plasma physics, all these really specialized topics that yes, do I use today? No. But
right.
it's the process, it's the learning discipline, it's learning like how do I take a problem that hasn't been solved before and like attack it, in your business, I'm sure we'll go over this later, but like you probably like things come up and there isn't Chat GPT, there isn't Chegg for it. Like you have to figure it out. and that's something like you've built, right, in being an engineering program.
Yeah, so like from my engineering program, I just basically like I would say I learned that I could learn, right?
Okay.
And then when I went to work in the workforce right after college, like none of those things I learned in college I used at all, really. Yeah. Like anything you really learn, you need to know, you learn on the job.
Yeah.
And they don't really teach you that much, right? But what they prepare you for is like, does he have the ability to learn, like critical think, problem solve, and have those things, those skills ready for when you do enter the workforce, right? And so that, in a sense, I guess it prepared me, but I didn't get like an engineering like certification.
What was your specialty in? Like when I think civil engineer, I think like some dude knows about concrete. Like you know a lot about concrete.
Yeah, so it's like infrastructure and urban planning is like why my specialty in civil engineering. So like I understand like how they calculate like traffic flow and like city planning like that, and like building foundations for stuff like that.
He's like just some bullshit. Weird shit that's like
bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, just some bullshit stuff. Like to be honest, I got the civil engineering is the easiest, I believe, of all the engineering degrees, and that's why I picked that one.
I think environmental engineering is one of the easiest ones, or at least has the cutest chicks in it, right?
It's like a subset. It's like a subset of civil.
Oh, it's still within program. Like this. It's within the civil program. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so at Rice it was within the civil program, so I could have like specialized in civil, like environmental engineering. So
sure.
Yeah, I don't really care about.
Did you feel like it was like because your dad, right? Your dad was a professor in what did he? Computer science at Rice is what he did,
yeah,
right?
Computer science. So he has a PhD in mathematics, but he's taught. Computer science. He's self-taught, and then he taught computer science.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, I didn't know your dad had a PhD in math.
Yeah, because at the time there was no computer science.
Oh, there were no computers.
And yeah, there was no, yeah, exactly. Math, and so he taught himself computer science after getting a PhD in mathematics.
That's super cool. So, but do you feel there probably was a little bit of pressure? Well, we all went to like a big science high school, right? We were all in sciencey classes and stuff. There was kind of this, and also we were like the oldest children per se. I mean, Deanne doesn't really count. She gets to make whatever she does. Like yeah. But we're like the oldest men in our families, and like we were kind of told that like, hey man, you got to go do something in like engineering or like be a doctor or whatever. I see it like my youngest sister got to just like do whatever, you know, like philosophy degree or something. She's a lawyer now, so it worked out. But like, but there's less requirements, right? As the oldest ones, we were. Did you feel like you were kind of told like, Michael, you got to go do engineering, and you're like, well, which engineering do I hate the least? And it's like Civ.
No, it's like it was weird because yes and no. I would say there was pressure to be, you know, a contributing member of society and not be like a complete degenerate.
Okay,
like, I
sure.
Couldn't go, you know, I don't know if to put this on here, but I can go like
you can say whatever the fuck you want.
And
fuck around.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I can go fuck about like my sister did, right? Like so, let's say Deanne, kind of my sister's name's Deanne. So
Deanne.
She pursued. She was also in the STEM field. She went to the same high school.
What was her degree? Sorry, what did she do at Rice?
So she started off in chemistry, right? She started off chemistry.
Chemistry, okay.
My parents were like, oh, maybe go pre-med.
Classic pre-med.
She did like she got a more or less useless liberal arts degree, and went off to Asia to teach English, right? So in that sense, I had the responsibility, like, okay, I can't do that. As a man, I felt some sort of like duty or responsibility, like, okay, I need to make money and not be a burden to my family. So, I was like, okay, I need to get a job. I need to get a job. So I gotta use this. I don't want to be an engineer. So what can I do to make money with my degree?
Yes.
And so that's why I chose engineering, because I know people would hire engineers. They always need engineers.
That's smart. Yeah.
Whether it be for the degree or for their mindset, right? So with engineering degree, you can do anything. You can go into marketing. You can go into finance. You can do whatever. Like people like that you're an engineer. Even though you're not doing anything. It's
like a badge. It's like a certification of like, hey, this guy knows his shit. He's gonna work hard and he'll figure things out.
Right. Yeah, he can use his brain. He can figure it out, because like I said, like none of the stuff you really learn in college, you're not gonna use your differential equations and organic chemistry in the real world unless you're professor or
Walter White or
you're pursuing that further, like in a medical sense or teaching sense, right? But like in a practical, for the real world, for most people, right, you're not going to use differential equations. You're not going to use plasma physics, theoretical physics, string theory, all that stuff. Like you really don't do that. That's stuff you learn so that you know how to learn.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like going to the gym, right? So you like to go to the gym a lot. I like to go to the gym a lot. I say like, at the gym, am I ever going to have to bench press like 2 plates in the real world? Like, no. Right? But it builds you up to do it.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool.
It builds strength and it builds
character,
healthy,
discipline, all that great stuff. Nice. Yeah. All right, dope. Here we go. Let's see. Saint, his question is, what was something in your life that led you to want to do civil engineering? I think we answered that. We know why. Is there anything? Oh, this is a good one. I always like these questions.
I like Legos.
Yeah, he likes Legos. Okay, so that's kind of like civil engineering.
Yeah, building stuff.
He said, is there anything you would have done differently in your life? And then what would be the best piece of advice you would give someone who wants to own a business? Saint has talked to me about this. A lot of these kids in my Discord are very cool. Like, they want to be business owners. They want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't really know where to start, So yeah, maybe let's do those first 2 things first. Like, what advice would you give to a kid?
So you need capital. You need money, right? That's the basic, the root of all evil, so to speak, right? You need money.
It's a tool.
To either buy a business or start a business, right? Those are the 2 things to become a business owner, entrepreneur, right? It's easier to buy a business, but it costs more money up front.
Okay.
Whereas building a business may not cost as much, like an established business, right? You buy one, you that's where you can guarantee like cash flow and profit, right? So that's when buying a business that's why buying a business is easier, right?
But then you have to like kind of deal with the headaches, right? Like you're having to.
Well, I mean, every problem has its own headaches, but for buying a business, I think that's easier, but it just costs money, right? So you need to have money, either from your
previous job,
corporate job, previous job, work, something. You need to save up money. You need to make money. You need to get the money to buy a business, right?
Yeah.
Or you develop skills to create a business from the ground up, right? Get funding, stuff like that. If you don't have money, and you have to somehow demonstrate value to other people who have money, so they give you money.
Yeah. So the investors are like, "Yo, he's good for it."
Right. Yeah. Whether it be banks, be friends, family, you know, outside investors, whatever you want to call it, right? You need to demonstrate you have skills and can be reliable and trustworthy.
Okay.
So, I mean, for example, like my brother built his restaurant business from the ground up.
Ground up, yeah.
Yeah, right. And at the time, he didn't get that many opportunities for investors because like, oh, it's the first time like business owner, he doesn't know what he's doing. But now that he's got one ground up, other people are like, oh, now that we know you can do it and you've been doing it for a while, we now trust and want to get involved in other projects that you have involved.
Yeah.
Right? So other investors like, oh, well, now that you want to open another one, we see you done one successfully.
Yeah, they're like, here's the money, make 5. Let's do 6.
Right, we're willing to give you a chance, right?
Yeah.
So those are the different routes to get into business ownership, right? I would say.
Like proving yourself.
Right, you could also be like luck into like getting one given to you through like the family or something like that.
Sure.
But that's an outlier. I don't really think that's.
Yeah, that's a crapshoot. No.
Yeah, that's a shoot. So you either need to buy a business or build a business, and it takes time. And what they don't tell you is like there's no days off, right? There's no days off. You don't get.
We don't get weekends.
Any day you take a vacation. Yeah, you don't get weekends. You don't get vacations. Like you're always gonna be on your phone. You're always gonna be working. You have employees. You have to be dealing with people nonstop.
Yep.
Business owner, you're basically your own HR, your own accountant, your own boss. You have to wear all the hats.
Yep.
And if something doesn't work, you have to be able to fill that role, either with another person, another employee, or do it yourself.
Right.
Right. So a lot of moving pieces, and you got to wear a lot of hats and be able to adapt on the fly as problems come up, because the buck stops here, right? No, there's no one else to be accountable but yourself.
Right.
So you gotta be disciplined in that fact, right? You can't it's not just like, oh, I'll just buy this business and it just runs itself.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, to a certain degree, but most businesses aren't like that. Successful ones, especially, you still have to either pay someone to do that for you or do it yourself, right? So that's
it's like no one would sell you a business that just ran on its own, because then why would they sell it? They'd be like, I just keep it for myself.
They would just sit back. Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, so you're always gonna have to do some work, I guess, for it, right? Yeah.
No, there's always work. That's right. Either on the front end or the back end, right? You can do all the work on the front, like automate things, hire employees, right? You still got to put all that work in, and then eventually, right, it'll pan out to something that they could be more passive. But
yeah,
most businesses, even though say it's passive income, unless you have it set up a certain way, like there's no real passive income like that for a business.
So maybe like leading into his follow-up question here. So within your business, within your dry cleaners business, what's the biggest challenge you've had to like face, and like how did you get over it?
It's dealing with people.
Dealing with people, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like an introvert by nature. I'm not really like an outgoing people person. I would say I'm not the most personal person.
But you're very extroverted by like like the things you do. Like you're very like.
Yeah, but I might find things I'm interested in. I pursue those with like passion. But
right.
When it comes to like in the professional sense, I'm not like your salesperson. I'm not the person that goes, cold calls, door to door, that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I hate that stuff too.
People, right. So I always had to in HR. I mean, in corporate America, I always had like HR deal with that kind of stuff. Right. I don't have to deal with that stuff. But dealing with people, that's the biggest one. Either it be your customers or with your own employees. Right. That's the biggest challenge.
I see.
The human aspect of it.
So how did you get over it? Do you think it's just like it's an experience thing? You just got to do it a lot, and then eventually you figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta be willing to put your foot down and know when to like stand your ground, but also you have to know when to like pick your battles, and then know like which ones are really worth dying on, which hills are.
Yeah, which hill do we die?
You gotta take the ego out at a certain point. It's all about logic and business and money, right? Bottom line. Like what things will make the bottom line increase the bottom line, right? Okay, if I pay those employees more, they'll be happy, but then I'm going to make less money.
Right.
Okay,
it's a balance.
Right. So you got to think of that way. They're always going to want more money, right? That's just how it is, right? Capitalists.
Yeah.
But you can always hire someone else to do the job. So sometimes.
But then if you hire someone cheaper, then they give you more problems. It's all this balance, right?
Yeah. So they don't know the system, so you got to find a balance, right?
Okay.
But you got to let them know who's the boss. Like if you're new first time and you buy the business and they don't know who you are, they're gonna test you.
Yeah.
They're gonna test you, and you gotta let them know that you're the boss, right? Because they're not used to that dynamic. And if people can get away with something, they will. So
yes. Dude, I noticed that even in my Discord, like if I set up a challenge or something and like kids will see like, ooh, I could like Photoshop a screenshot or something. Like I'm like, no, like I get it. Y'all will always try to find a shortcut. You're always going to try to find a shortcut, but sometimes you actually just got to do the work.
Yeah. I mean, I would say just humans or animals are innately lazy or efficient to a degree, right?
Yeah.
Do what they can until they don't have to.
Right.
So if, the path of least resistance kind of thinking, right?
Yes.
So you gotta every now and then put your foot down and let them know it's like, hey, that's not acceptable.
Yeah. Hey, I write the checks, dog. Like no.
Right. Yeah. You like at the end of the day, like you're replaceable. Like as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
They're replaceable, right? Like, and you're the reason that they have a job.
Yes.
Right. You pay their bills, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's a weird power dynamic thing, but because like before when I was just working in the corporate, it's like, okay, well, I just do this job, I just show up,
right?
Collect the paycheck.
You have a schedule; it's set for you. You come into work, you clock in, clock out, take your check, whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if like I only have to deal with like a certain amount of people within my purview or my group or whatever, right? And then I have an issue, I just take it to my manager and they'll deal with it.
Right.
Right. Like that. There's not as much accountability. I mean, there is always accountability, but to a certain degree. But when it comes to being a business owner or an entrepreneur, like
you're the boss. You got to do everything. You're all the departments.
Yeah. So when something goes wrong, that's on you. When you lose money, that's on you, right? When you make money, you get the money.
Yes.
But when you lose money, that you like your employees lose you money. That's money out of your pocket, right?
I feel like you're like the quarterback. The quarterback gets like cheered on. Is like that's the reason we won. But then also if they lose, they're like that's the reason we lost. Like you're the quarterback.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're the reason. You get all the praise, but you also get all the blame.
Yes. Yeah. It comes a little give and take. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, that's the perks, right? You get to reap the rewards of your success, but also when there's failure,
it's on you.
Right?
It's all on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible, accountable, right? And yeah, just that's the business aspect of it.
Business mindset. Nice. All right, let's see. Half Alpha has a question. He says, "What's your opinion on architects?"
Architects, they're like artists.
Yeah, they're like artists, right?
Yeah, they just make engineers work harder for no reason.
Bro, there's so many memes about this where it's like, like the architect says, "Hey, make it look like this," and then the engineer's like, "Bro, that's not fucking possible."
That's not possible. Yeah, it just makes people's life difficult. It looks cool. I mean, there's like the design aspect. I mean, I can appreciate architecture, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
it just makes engineers' jobs difficult.
This is the picture I'm talking about where it's like this. It's like they're like, "Yo, design the house like this." The architect's like, "The fuck, dog."
Yeah,
Civi. It's like, no, dude. Oh man. Yeah, it's too funny. My friend Chris Ranke, did you ever meet Ranke? Yeah, he was in high school with us, wasn't he, Chris Ranke?
Yeah, we went to the same high school.
Yeah, well, yeah. He was an architect, and I remember we were actually roommates. He was my roommate first year in college, and he would make these like ridiculous I swore, I'm like, bro, what's your degree in, dude? Because like I just see you doing arts and crafts all day. Like he was just always making models and like chairs out of like cardboard, and keep in mind he was in the studio like an exorbitant amount of time. Like he was at school a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Just playing around.
It's just playing around with Legos. I think you would have liked architecture, honestly, Michael, because you like Legos so much, right?
But it's not practical, right? I could do that on my own time. I don't have to go to school to do that.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get into your hobbies and stuff with the Lego stuff. Do you have your stuff on your Instagram? Is it on your Instagram? If I find it, is it?
No, like a little bit. I took most of it off.
Oh, why'd you take it? Is it for the girls? Because girls don't like Legos?
It's not as marketable. It's just small doses.
It's not as marketable, bro. I would put the Legos on, dude. I don't give a fuck. The only time I remove pictures is okay. We'll find it.
It's on there.
I mean, this is
not all of it.
This is. Did Deanne do this photo of you? This is a cool one. This is a cool photo.
She was the creative lead on that photo shoot. But yeah, she was there for.
Oh, she's using her degree to an advantage. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
she doesn't even have a degree in that.
Where's? Oh, this was it. This was. What was this? This was like a Lego Expo or something.
Yeah, well, and I built the city as part of the expo.
Wait, you built all of this?
Yeah, so this is a part of this part of the display is part of a bigger display.
Oh wow!
That section is all mine.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
How much does this cost? I know Legos. You at one point had a brick folio, right? Like Legos go up like the stock market, I think, right?
Yeah, I still launched it during COVID, but I still have so much.
Yeah.
How much did that city cost?
Yeah.
I would say the
bum. Maybe his Wi-Fi's cutting out.
$200 to maybe.
Say again, Michael. Yeah, you're good. $200 to what? When do you get his Wi-Fi to work better?
Am I cutting out? What?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. It's coming back.
Okay.
Okay, good. Think you're good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much did you say? How much was it for the town?
Oh my god, it's like lagging. Yeah. It's about 2,000, I think.
$2,000. Wow. $2,000 for this whole thing, dude.
That's I don't know.
Someone was saying
because
the train is made out of Legos too, right? The train is made out of Legos.
Yeah, everything in the is made out of Lego. Yeah. The train's made out of Lego. The tracks, conservative estimate.
Nice. Okay, that's cool.
What is going? Why is
You're good. I think it's if I show videos on here because they're getting streamed to yours, it's choking your bandwidth as well, is what it is. Wait, what? You have good Wi-Fi there, don't you? You have good Wi-Fi. I know you do.
I thought I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. Make clothes out of things.
You're good. You're good. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Legos are dope. That's cool. Architects. Yes. All right. Let's go to the next question we got. Ooh, Nick's. I like Nick's questions here. He says, if you were able to go back in time, what advice would you give yourself? Okay, let's start there. If you were able to go back in time. I think we got to pick like an age, though. Like, what age would you go back to yourself?
Yeah, how far are we going back? Because if I could go back in time, I would say don't buy a Lambo and buy a house.
No, buy Bitcoins. Buy Bitcoin. Buy lots of Bitcoin.
Or buy Bitcoins, but sell before the crash.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Right? How far are we going back? It's like I can go back to my 3rd grade and say, like, hey, save that money and buy a house instead of buying a Halo 3.
I know Halo 3.
I should have been in a real estate game.
Halo 3 gave us a lot of enjoyment, though, dude. Halo 3 gave us a lot of fun.
True.
Yeah. Or it was Halo 2 I played with you, I guess. I didn't play Halo 3 with you.
Halo 3 is on the Xbox 360, right?
Dude, Penn Center says there's a Halo 3. Bro, there's like a Halo 9 at this point, isn't there?
Yeah, but the game to play is Helldivers 2.
Oh, Helldivers 2, yes. Yes. Is that game free, by the way? Is Helldivers 2 free?
It's $40. It's only $40.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there like cosmetics that I'm going to buy in the game and like end up blowing a bunch of cash on?
Yeah, there's like, I don't know about that, but it's, I don't know. I don't play it, but I heard that's the game to play.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Helldivers. I've seen a lot of streamers on Twitch with this. It's actually kind of cool. You can always go to, like, what's the top game on Twitch right now? And it'll tell you. For a while, it was Pal World, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. The Pokemon with guns.
Did you play any Pal World? Did you play any of it?
No, I don't really play. I don't have time to play games.
Why do you not have time to play games? Is it because of your business and then your other hobbies that you have?
Yeah, so I usually like hobbies that I have something to show at the end of the day.
Okay.
Right? Whether it be Legos or, cars or guns or whatever, right? I like to have something physical.
Something tangible. You're like, this is so you don't count like the achievement unlocked on Xbox as something tangible.
No, 'cause it's funny you say that because like people play like Grand Theft Auto where like they get money, they get houses, they get cars and guns. It's like I'm already doing that in real life. I don't need to play a game to do that. So if I play a game, I'll have to want to do something I can't do in real life. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but my life's pretty dope, like you say. So I don't want to play games to do those things.
Right. Kids, I guess they can't. They don't have access to these things yet. Right. So like the video games is kind of a way to like do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you're like role playing.
As a kid, I couldn't do that as a kid, but now as an adult, I can do those things.
I mean, you had a ton of airsoft. You had an absolute like armory of airsoft guns. I remember.
I still have all that stuff. So.
You still do? Yeah.
Yeah. I still have a closet full of guns.
Yeah.
And fake guns.
I mean, real guns and fake guns. Yeah. Penn Center's like, oh, he has guns. Yeah. Penn Center is from Canada, which I think is probably harder to get guns in Canada than it is.
Yeah,
here.
They're trying to ban like handguns at this point. They're like banning all the guns in Canada.
Man,
so
that's a mess, dude.
Trudeau's not the best, I hear.
Yeah. Michael lives in Texas, Penn Center. So like, and we knew each other from Texas, land of the free. So like, yeah, you can you get basically you get gifted a rifle like on your 18th birthday, basically.
A musket and a Bowie knife.
A musket and a Bowie knife. Remember the Alamo.
Yeah, remember the Alamo.
Yeah. All right. Nick says he wants to go to trade school. Oh, this is interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of debate now these days about trade school. What do you think about trade school? Do you wish like you had gone to trade school?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be going to trade school. I don't know what trade I would do.
Right.
But I would recommend that over like a traditional 4-year college, especially with the prices they're charging these days. For
it's nuts.
Degree. It's nuts. Unless you get like a scholarship or you get like some sort of government help or kickback to help with the tuition, I wouldn't recommend it. Right, it really isn't worth it. You can get some good like community college or like community school colleges that produce good programs without paying the money. So
exactly.
Traditionally, like you go to like U of H is not that expensive, and they have good programs. But they
have really good engineering programs. I think at U of H now.
They have good engineering programs, business programs, and they don't cost that much money. But all these fancy schools and stuff these days, I don't think it's worth it.
It's not worth it. Not for the prestige.
I wouldn't recommend Rice to anybody that has.
But you had a special case, right? Because your dad was a professor at Rice, you got a little bit of a little kickback on it.
Free tuition. So that's
free tuition? It was free?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Back then it was free. Nowadays it's not free. But
holy
back
shit!
Then they were
your college was free because your dad was a professor there. That's not because Rice is a great university. It's one of the top.
Basically, he got like a for having 3 kids to go through there for 4 years. He got like a $250,000 raise.
Yeah. So it says it's ranked number 17. So that's a very good college. And tuition and fees are $60K a year. So
back then it was like 45. Back then it was 45. So 4 years, right? That's
times
like,
3 kids, right? It's a quarter mil.
Times 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over a $250,000. So he got like. That's the reason why he stuck around.
He's like, I gotta get my kids through college.
I gotta pay for this college somehow.
Oh man, it's a cool campus. Though. I mean, the one thing I will say to kids who are, it's not worth it. But what about the social experience? Okay, like we talk about, I feel like college changed a lot of who I was and really defined who I am today. And I don't think I would have gotten that staying at home going to a community college.
It depends, right? I know people who I meet nowadays who did go to U of H, right? And then they're successful and they're social. I mean, it's a different experience.
Yeah,
right?
U of H is still great. Yeah.
Right, but like let's say you go to trade school, right? You go to trade school, I don't know, it's like usually a 2-year program with an apprenticeship, and right off the bat you're making money on a fast track to be part of a business, and then you can create your own business with that trade, right? And then you can hire employees. So usually that's like the trade school route that is pretty successful. Right?
Oh, okay, I see.
And then there you create your own business and you have money, then you can go buy the experiences. You can always buy those experiences later. They might not be the same, right? But with money you can buy experities, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be playing like naked beer pong, in your 30s.
Yeah, but you really need to play that. You got your 20s.
I don't know. I had some good times. I like the memories.
Yeah, I know, but just imagine doing that with, like on a yacht.
Boats and Lambos and guns.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just you could always do like it was fun back then, but I wouldn't want to do it now trade it with the life I have now, right?
Exactly. So. Yeah. Okay. Nick says, okay, if you went back to your teens, so you can't really tell yourself don't buy Lambos, buy houses. What would you change about your teenage self? I guess.
I'd probably learn to exercise more.
Ooh, okay.
Fitness, like more and more weightlifting. But that was just me, right?
You only recently got into weightlifting, right? It was kind of later in your life, I think.
I kind of got into it during college, but then seriously after college. So
yeah.
in my early 20s, basically, I started weightlifting. Like if I could go back to my teens, I'd probably say do that more, right? Because you did it in high school.
Yeah, I did it in high school. I always show the kids. I sharked people in high school.
Like, he was like small, skinny nerd guy with me, and then one summer he comes back and he's fucking 300 jacked over here and snaked everybody. I'm like, what's going on? If I could go back, I would do the same things you did.
You should come to the gym with me. You should have came to the gym with me in high school, dude.
I didn't know you were going to the gym. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. This was us, right? This is you down here, right? All jacked at the bottom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Gio did that in high school in his teens, and I was like, what is going on? What is this? And I didn't know at the time that was the move. So,
yes, that was the move.
I would say, when you're young and like you have time, like why not? Like, it's
good for you. It's healthy. It's just healthy.
Good for you, and you create the discipline and consistency that you need for the rest of your life. So you set yourself up for success. So if I could start earlier, I would do that.
I see. Okay. That's great. No, I like that. Yeah,
we didn't drink, we didn't do drugs, we didn't get in trouble. So
yeah, we were innocent kids in high school.
Right. So we could go to the gym. Like, why not? Right.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. Less Halo and more gym.
yeah. Less Halo, more gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really do like. I keep telling the kids the gym is like the best thing for you in so many ways. And even like today at my age, I love the gym. Physical health is very tied to mental health, and as you said, building discipline, also your self-esteem, dude. When you start like looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm getting muscle, you're gonna feel better about yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the ultimate anti-depression tool. You're just like, oh, I look dope.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, Nick, go to the gym.
Your appetite, and you're like when you're a kid, your appetite's crazy, but like
you
get to eat and still look good if you're exercising too.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I don't know. Yeah. So there's all upside, no downside. Right?
Yeah. Plus you make friends and stuff, and then also like your parents are paying for your food, right? So at our age, right, when we start going to the gym, I'm like, fuck, I gotta buy like this much chicken, this much whatever, because I need the protein. But I'm at, when I was a kid, I'd just be like, Mom, I just need more salami.
I'm hungry, Mom, and then they'll feed you, right?
Yeah, or the classic, the Wynn family Costco runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, that's what I would tell myself in my teenage years.
I like that, dude. Okay, with all the things you've done, is there anything else you want to do now? Yeah, so you've done a lot. Like, what's kind of on the horizon for you, Michael? What would you want to do now?
I mean, I want to buy another property this year. I want to buy another car this year. I want to keep expanding I want to scale to another location for my dry cleaners.
What car do you want to buy?
I want to buy a G-Wagon.
A G-Wagon? I was about to say you're about to get like a Jeep or something, because that was on your...
yeah.
You
I always wanted a Jeep. I always wanted a Jeep, but I never got one. So I was like, I'll just buy a really fancy looking Jeep, so why not get a G-Wagon? But also, I could write it off as a business expense.
Because it's over 6,000 pounds. Yeah, section, what is it, 83 or something, right?
Something like that, but also like I could actually use it for the dry cleaners, like if I had to. Not like I am going to, but if I could, right? It could carry clothes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Unlike the Lambo, it can't carry shit.
Yeah. Nick was asking like, what other cars do you have? So this is your Lambo. I know this was like your second exotic car you bought, I guess, at one point, right?
Yeah. So my first car was a Camry. Bought it after college. Second car was the Aston Martin Vantage, V8 Vantage.
Do we have pictures of that? Is it Lana? Yeah, this is Lana. This one.
That one's Vera.
Wait, there was another Aston?
No, Vera's the Aston.
Lana's okay. Lana, sorry. Okay, there you go. Lana's the Lambo. Yes.
Yeah. Vera's the
Oh,
asterisk.
now I get it. The letters correspond to each other. Vera, Vantage, Lana, Lambo. Oh wow, I didn't even get that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what I planned it to be.
Was it? Wait, is it? Is that what it was?
On purpose.
Oh, you didn't do that on purpose?
No, I didn't do that on purpose.
Oh, I just thought of that. I'm like Vera the Vantage.
But I'll stick with that. That sounds good.
That sounds good, right? Lana the Lambo. That's how I'm gonna remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. Vera the Vantage. Yeah.
And so the next one you want is a G-Wagon. That's cool.
Yeah. I bought a van for the shop, like to do the deliveries to my drop station, but
yeah.
It'd be cool if I pull up in a G-Wagon.
Dave really wants a G-Wagon. He wants the EQG. Do you know what that one is?
Yeah, the electric one that can do donuts on itself? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. He wants the EQG, which, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. Yeah. I find it funny as we got older, Michael, that we have always kind of like mirrored each other in like trajectories in some senses. But yeah, like my first car was really my dad's Honda Accord, right? You know, we had very like stable cars. You got the Lambo. I ended up getting an S2000, right? Both like wildly impractical cars. They're 2-seaters.
Right.
You can't fucking carry shit in them, like, but they're fast and they're fun, right?
Yep.
And now as we get older, I just got my truck because I was just like, bro, I need to be able to carry things. I need a truck. And for you to say G-Wagon, I love that. It's a similar thing. You're just like, I want utility.
Yeah, it's also impractical in the sense that you could buy utility for cheaper, but at the same time, it's like, I'm going to splurge if I can. Why not?
Yeah.
Life's too short.
Life's too short.
That's why I bought that silly sports car. It's like, life's too short to drive a boring car. So.
Well, and I say, like, because I see this with some of the clients I teach, you know, they have very rich parents, and the kids are always trying to get the parents to buy, like, oh, go get the new Porsche, go get the new Bentley or whatever, and they're just like, no, I'm too old to, like, sit in these very low cars, or I guess the Continental, it's not comfortable. So as you get older, you don't get to enjoy these cars, anyways, because they are uncomfortable. They're super uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're not the most comfortable. Yeah, we drove to Austin from Houston in that car. It's not the most comfortable drive.
Yeah, that was a 2-hour drive. I mean, I think we did it an hour and a half because we were doing ridiculous speeds.
Yeah,
but
I had the radar detector, and then,
But yeah, I remember sitting in this thing. This is not a comfortable ride for more than like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're not meant to sit in that for a long extended period of time.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's too funny. Let me see.
But yeah, it's things you can only enjoy when you're younger, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's weird how the world works that way.
Well, this is why, like, you gotta kind of like stack some cash and you know, get some stuff out of the gate early, right? You know, that's what you did with the engineering thing. You got an engineering degree, you got a job that paid you decently, and then that allowed you to enjoy some of the things that you really can only enjoy when you're younger.
So yeah, the goal was at some point in my life, it was 2018, and that was the year Avicii died. And I was like, okay, well, I wanna enjoy all the things of life, and one of those things is I drive a lot for work, like to commute.
Sure.
So I never enjoyed driving. So I was like, how do I enjoy driving? Just buy a car, I'll enjoy driving. So the goal was to get a Lambo by 30, and that's where I started the journey of buying exotic cars.
Dude, that's dope. Yeah, I didn't know the Avicii. I know you always had the 4 Avicii thing, but I didn't know that was the inspiration.
Yeah, he died in 2018. I was like, okay, he's like a year older than me.
Right.
He had everything, and he still did enjoy life. So I was like, I'm not really doing anything with all this money or like with my life in that sense. Like, I don't want to live a life of regret, right? Because you want to live the life you is one of his lyrics.
Yeah, that's one of the lyrics.
So I was like, why not live a little with the money that I've accumulated? I could keep saving, right? I could keep saving. I could
keep throwing in the 401k, keep throwing in the Roth.
Doing that, but then what am I gonna do when I get to that age, or get to a point where I can't enjoy those things anymore, right? So you gotta live a little, right? So one of the things I heard someone say was you gotta spend half your money like there's no tomorrow, and save half your money like you're gonna live 100 years, like live forever.
Okay.
So you gotta the money you spend is like you're gonna die right now, and then the money you save, you gotta save so you can only live forever. So you gotta balance. You gotta find that balance, right? There's like you gotta have the delayed gratification, but at the same time you have to reward yourself at some point, or else you're just gonna live a very unfulfilling or boring life. Well, that's just my metrics, right? But
yeah, a little bit of both. No, that's cool. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's cool. All right,
So,
let's see.
I could be richer. I could be richer if I didn't buy these dumb things.
But you wouldn't have the fun experiences, right? You wouldn't.
Right.
You wouldn't.
And then
Yeah.
I might. And then tomorrow's never guaranteed, right? So what if I, got injured and I couldn't do this anymore, right?
Right.
I wouldn't want to live a life of regret where I was like, I wish I did stuff with my life when I can.
I think we also get that right from our parents. I mean, you've especially right seeing your parents. You're just like, wow, like health is so important, right?
Yeah. So without that, without health, you have nothing. Right? It doesn't matter how much money you have in the world. If you're not well or you're not able to do things, then none of that matters.
Right.
Right. They always tell me, "Oh, well, you can, like your age and your youth and your health. Because once you get to my age, like you'll understand."
But then your dad was always like, "Y'all are gonna be friends forever."
Time, yeah. And in our case, that's true.
Yes. It wasn't the case. It wasn't the case with all our friends.
No, not with all the friends.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just you and me.
The real ones stay.
Yeah, can't take all of them. Can't keep all of them.
You can't take them all with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't take them all with you.
Nice. And then his last question is how was your day today? You had a pretty busy day today.
How was my day today? It was not as good as I thought it was gonna be because one of my employees called out sick, so I had to go cover her shift. Because so I had to work when I didn't really want to.
I see. You weren't supposed to really work today. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was supposed to be on time for this call, but then I had to close the shop.
Yeah, it's all good.
And so real life came up, and then I had to adapt. Right. Sometimes it's about doing the things you don't want to do, but that's all about being an adult.
Yeah, I there's a nice quote I like where it's like, today I will do the things that others won't, so tomorrow I will do the things that others can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to put in the work sometimes. Nice.
Yeah. I don't mind doing it. It's just, it's not what I want to do, but big picture, I didn't have to pay that employee today.
Yeah.
And I saved myself some money. So it helps with the bottom line. Yeah, I have to put the work in. I could use that time for something else, but
sure.
That's life.
That's life. All right. Taco Cat says, what classes do you recommend to take in high school? And then who inspired you to do what you're doing? Who's like your inspiration? I like that. That's a good one.
Let's see. So what classes do in high school? So,
I think maybe like a computer science class is probably a good idea, right? These days.
Yeah, probably. That's probably good. I hate computer science, even though my dad taught it. But computer science is good. Math is always good. Math is universal, and anywhere you go, math is used. And you need to take math classes. Learn to like to do the things you don't like to do. So if you don't like math, enjoy doing it.
Find a way.
Find a way.
Yeah.
Right? Because then if you do enough math, you just end up in a Lambo somehow. It's weird. It's weird like that.
This is what happens if you do enough math, kids. Just keep doing math. You'll get the Lambo.
Yeah, you can work out like what I need to do to afford one of these.
Yeah.
And how long do I do that for? That's
math.
all math.
It's all math. Yeah.
All math.
You actually have wait, is this Lambo from California? Is this the one you came out to see with me, or that was a black one?
So that one's a different one, the one I came to see. That one's in San Jose. I bought it in San Jose.
Oh, okay.
California. No. I think it started out in Newport Beach, and then I bought it when it was in San Jose.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a California car, through and through, though.
Through and through.
Imported to Italy, straight to California.
Straight to California, yeah. Tacos had to say, who's your inspiration? Do you have any like?
Who's my inspiration?
Yeah, who's your inspiration?
I would say my parents are my inspiration. My family.
That's good. That's good.
They're like my biggest supporter, but also like they keep me grounded, right? Like as hard as my life is, it will never be as hard as they had it.
Mm-hmm.
So they escaped Vietnam during the war and they lost everything, right? So it would be a disservice for me to not succeed with all the help and head start and opportunities that they gave me, right? So
compared to what they got, because they got
motivation.
They got nothing.
Yeah. they had the cars, the houses, the property, the businesses in Vietnam. Then the war happened and took everything, right?
Yeah.
So, like at the end of the day, like my life's not that hard. Like I don't have to fucking worry if a bomb is gonna land on my roof like anytime soon. Like yeah, it could happen, but not like it did in Vietnam during the '60s. So it's a good way for me to keep grounded and like keep perspective. Like oh man, I had a hard day at work. I had to go in. I had to fucking, lift some bags and,
Right,
do some
right.
work. But I didn't have to worry about my next meal. I never had to worry about a roof over my head, right? So I'm very privileged in that sense. But then I have to, keep in mind, like, my parents and my grandparents, like, they gave up everything for me. So it would be a disservice for me not to,
Yeah.
do my best and then try to do more with my life.
Nice. I like that. Parents.
So
This is great.
I would say that was my biggest motivation. Yeah, biggest inspiration, motivation.
Who's your biggest celebrity inspiration? Like, person's not your parents.
What?
Is it Ty Lopez? Is it Ty Lopez, bro?
Ty Lopez, dude. He was on. You met him.
Dude, he took down his video of me teaching him math. I can't find it on YouTube anymore. Yeah, people don't know. I taught Ty Lopez. I tutored Ty Lopez, but like the video, he took it down. He took it down.
You don't have a copy of it or anything?
No, yeah. I have a check. I have the check he wrote me. Like, if people ever doubt it, I'm like, I have the fucking check.
You should probably ask him. He was like, hey, do you have that video still? He probably still has it somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll get to the point where I get Ty Lopez on this show, and I'll be like, bro, do you remember me?
Do you remember me?
I taught you fucking fractions, dog.
Yeah. Decimals and fractions. Proportions, or what is it? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But celebrity. Yeah.
My favorite celebrity?
Well, like celebrity inspiration. Like, is there a celebrity of like, if you could switch shoes with him right now, you'd be like, I want to get in that guy. But and don't say just Elon Musk because he's got a ton of cash. Like, whatever, we get that. But
I would say like Joe Rogan would be a pretty cool celebrity.
Ooh, yeah, he's cool.
Because he meets a lot of interesting people. He has this podcast where he just talks, right? All he does is talk to interesting people.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what their politics or their views are, he just talks to them. And I think that's interesting. But also, he's a big MMA guy. Yeah. And I'm a big MMA fan, so he does martial arts. And so I can relate with that. So, and he's pretty funny. I think he's a funny comedian. So I think his life's pretty cool.
Yeah, his life is dope.
Yeah, he likes cars, guns, martial arts.
Wait, you've never been hunting? I've never been hunting either. How are we both gun owners, but we've never been hunting?
It's on my bucket list, but I don't have the time to just take off and disappear into the woods. But
you're in the place to do it. You're in the place to do it. Like, Texas has a lot of great hunting. I don't know if there's any hunting in California here, but
yeah, I don't know, but or like go to those wild boar.
Yes, on the helicopters, bro, dude. Yes.
Yeah, the helicopter with a machine gun. Yeah, you can do that in Texas.
Yes.
Do that one of these days.
Yeah, those that don't know, like, there's a big problem in Texas with these boars. These boars, they're massive pigs, basically. But they tear up the fucking terrain. They like destroy the land, and they
attack livestock too.
Oh, do they? They attack like the cows and stuff.
Yeah, they're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
So they do this thing, and so they need people to like take these boars out because they're a problem. And in Texas, good old Texas, you can rent out a helicopter, and they'll take you hunting boars in a helicopter. So like
with night vision goggles.
With night vision goggles, so you're just in a helicopter shooting at boars, dude. Shit looks so dope.
Fully automatic weapons.
Yeah. Just spraying at fucking boars, dude. Yeah. Bro, this is something we should do. How much does one of these things cost, dude? This would be a fun bucket list. A couple thousand, maybe.
That for a bachelor party or some shit.
That would be a dope ass bachelor party. Yeah. Maybe we like
rent out like a ranch and then fuck around on a helicopter with boars.
Yeah. We kind of did that for the last bachelor party you hosted. The lighter version, the intro version of it, right? We had all the fun guns and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's something that even this next generation does. I don't know how many. You tell me, kids. I mean, most of the people here are on Discord. I guess don't go outside as much as we used to. But me and Michael used to have these like epic airsoft battles, right?
Yeah, touched a lot of grass.
We touched a lot of grass. Broke a lot of windows. Yeah, so we had these like
grass
these.
And not a drug sense.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't smoke any grass. But so airsoft guns are these pellet guns. They shoot these little BBs, and they look realistic. It's super cool. But you do like mock warfare things in your neighborhood all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was fun. You were into paintball too for a bit too, weren't you?
Yeah, I did that a lot in college. And
were you on like the college paintball team? Were you?
Yeah, I did the college paintball team for Rice.
Oh wow, that's cool.
we played like UT and A&M and stuff like that.
Oh, no way.
The collegiate paintball league.
Oh, that's dope.
But yeah,
It's a fun sport
so
too, man.
That. Yeah, that's a fun one. I like kind of like the unconventional sports. I'm not like a big football, baseball, basketball guy, but I like the weird one. Tennis, martial arts, like combat sports, paintball.
Yeah. Monkey says he's never played paintball. Yeah, dude, there should be plenty. There's paintball everywhere, dude. Paintball courses all over the place.
All over the United States is paintball.
And it's not too bad. I mean, you could probably go for like $40-50, I think. You know, rental and then
rent all the stuff.
The amount of paints you pay for, that's the big cost.
Yeah.
Thanks, Penn Center. Penn Center said he's leaving. Yeah, good to see you, Penn Center. Good evening. I'll be around the stream tomorrow for Integral and Seed. Yes, good. Thanks, Penn Center. We'll see you on your stream tomorrow too. I appreciate you coming by. All right, nice. All right, let's see. What was that? Was that all the rest of his question? Let's see. Okay. What do I do to jumpstart my business just out of high school or never the end of high school, like or near the end? Okay. How should I spend my... Yeah, what's the business? You know these kids, dude. They see stuff on TikTok and they're just like, business. I want to be a business person. I'm just like, okay, but business
so you're
in
like, what, you selling a good or selling a service? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you drop shipping stuff?
Dude, apparently dropshipping is back, dude. Apparently dropshipping is all the rage again through TikTok Shop or something.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically what I learned like in my business, like more or less, if you're not doing like a revolutionary thing, like you're selling something, service or product that someone else is going to be selling. Like if it's in demand, they're going to be competitors, right? So you need to stand out, and a lot of those things come down like customer service, like building the relationship between the customer basis and yourself, and that's how you can differentiate yourself. Is how you deal with your clients or customers.
So being a good people person is important.
Yeah, in a sense, right? You got to build that relationship, and that's how you get repeat customers. And then with word of mouth, you get new customers, right? So that's something that I learned, right? Like as a dry cleaner, is like there's dry cleaning everywhere. Like why are they gonna pick your cleaners over someone else's?
Yeah,
right?
It's got to be the service. Yeah.
Right. You obviously you sell the service, knowing that it's good, right? That once you get to like that the service or product that you're selling is good, but then after that it's all about selling yourself, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're the product. You become the product.
You have to market yourself in a way that differentiates yourself from the competition.
Okay. So I would say maybe Taco Cat, a good thing is, get good at talking to people. Like, get social.
Yeah, talking to people. That's kind of interesting. So the way I got good at talking to people is actually...
Because you're an introvert, right? Yeah, you usually don't like talking to people.
So it goes back to college. It was actually when I started DJing in college.
Oh, yes, dude.
It helped me like open up to people and market myself if I wanted to get gigs, right? So like no one's gonna do that for me. Oh, I need to go talk to the people who are hiring the people that DJ parties. So like how do I do that? I gotta market myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to DJ and the skills needed to do that, but then to get the gigs, to get yourself out there, you gotta market yourself. So you gotta be the people person. You gotta be someone outgoing. You can't just sit in your room and hope things come to you.
They're just not gonna happen like that.
Yeah. So you could learn all the tricks of the trade and stay at home in your room, but at the end of the day, you got to go out there and put yourself out there.
You got to practice it. You can't just keep watching YouTube tutorials. I know all these kids watch these tutorials, but I'm like, you got to go fucking do it.
Yeah, so you got to go out there and do it. And you're gonna fail a lot more than you succeed, but then the successes mean a lot more when you get them.
Yeah,
you appreciate it.
Fail forward. I like the DJ thing because I forgot about the DJ thing.
I learned that from you.
Yeah, it's too funny. Yeah,
I was like, oh, Gio did the DJing thing. Like, I could do that. Like, why not me? So I talked to you, and then I was like, hey, can I learn how to DJ? And you showed me, and then here we are.
And then you went all Michael on it. I always tell people that like me and you have like kind of the same hobbies, but then you just always do it like bigger.
Yeah, just out Whataburger. Everyone is usually my go-to. For those non-Texas, Whataburger is like a burger joint.
What's out Whataburgering something? What's that?
Yeah, you just always order something bigger or better than the next person, right? So what?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, it's called out Whataburger someone. So it's like, oh, I'll get that. So I'll get the water size, or I'll get 2 of those. I'll get the chicken tenders and the
Bro, how did I not know this? I grew up in Texas. I didn't know that was a thing.
I out Whataburger, dude.
To order a better meal than a fellow diner at a Whataburger restaurant, dude, that's fucking great, dude. What?
It's out Whataburger somebody. So I mean, I spent more time here in my adult life. I think that's why. I mean, like in the workspace, like when I was working in corporate, people would say that stuff. It's like, oh, you sat Whataburger me.
Oh, would you go to Whataburger a lot? Is Whataburger like a thing of yours? You like it?
I mean, it's like I mean, I don't mind it. I like.
What's your favorite thing at Whataburger? What's your favorite thing at Whataburger?
So I mean, the chicken tenders are good because they have gravy there.
Yes, we do like the gravy.
And then usually, the regular meal would probably be the patty melt.
The patty melt. Okay.
Yeah, but then they have the barbecue, honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
That's my go-to.
Right. But here's a trick: if you go after 11, you can get the honey butter sauce.
Yes.
Instead of the barbecue sauce.
Yes.
I had that when I was in college a lot, and it's probably not the healthiest.
Because the Hub Chub is so great. The honey butter chicken biscuit is great, but it's so small. It doesn't make sense.
Right. So what you do is you hack them by saying, hey, can I get that sauce on my honey barbecue chicken strips?
Yeah. Switch out the barbecue for the honey butter. Yeah, dude, it's the best.
Yeah.
The cheese is kind of weird. The cheese in the honey butter is a little weird.
You get the cheese off. You tell them to take the cheese off. You can have it your way. It's not Burger King or whatever. You can have it your way. Do it.
Oh, I forgot that was their whole motto. Have it your way, right?
That's not Whataburger. That's
that's.
I don't know.
Is that BK? I don't know. Yeah, I do miss this. Anyway. I miss Whataburger.
Yeah, that's why. That's how you out Whataburger somebody. You just get something ridiculous.
Just get something even better, dude.
Yeah, even better. It's like, oh, you got the regular patty melt. Okay, well, I'm gonna get the honey barbecue, but replace it with honey butter. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can't beat me, dude. You can't. It's impossible.
Yeah, so side note, that's the whole Whataburger journey. But
Oh man.
Yeah. So I built my own subs that Geo had, but I built 2 and bigger ones.
You did. And then you out Whataburger me on the subs.
All the lights and smoke and hazer and decks and speakers. So I bought the whole. Yeah. So I bought everything to become a full-blown mobile DJ. So I DJ'd like weddings, bat mitzvahs, corporate events, Christmas parties, college parties, you name it. So I was just put myself out there. And
you did the biggest party. You did the biggest party at Rice University, right? It was called Night of Decadence. You did that party.
Yeah,
right?
I did all the big. I did all of the major ones. Yeah, I did all the major ones. It's called Night of Decadence. That was the lingerie party at Rice.
Oh! It's an underwear party. I didn't know that.
Oh god, it's underwear party, lingerie party.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. Well, they don't have any pictures on Google.
Yeah. Back when Rice was fun. Apparently, Rice is no longer fun.
Is it a no alcohol campus again? Is it dry? It's a dry campus again?
Yeah, I think they had some issue. I think someone died or something. Then they had an issue or something.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's always someone dying someone dies and then screws it up for everyone.
Someone always ruins the party with dying.
Dude's fucking unaliving people, dude. Can't have nice things, dude. Damn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's like fun in moderation. Right? You gotta know your limits.
I like the DJing too because also you have to know how to read a room, right? As a DJ, you know, like you have to read a crowd.
You gotta be able to read energy, read people, and able to like adapt and be flexible. So
yeah, all skills. Plus, like everyone loves the DJ. Everyone loves the DJ.
Yeah,
I always say to my friends who are like introverted, like I don't know how to talk to girls. I'm like, go learn to be a DJ because all the girls love the DJ. Just go be a DJ. It's easy.
Go be a DJ. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, you just gotta sit up there with your headphones and do this, and they're like, oh, he's the DJ.
Here's my number. Call me later.
Will you play my song? All right, nice. Good question, Taco. All right, let's see. Single piece of advice or lesson learned that has the most profound impact on your life. Okay. Like what's like single piece of advice?
Probably chase success, not girls.
Ooh.
Right? That's like don't like if you're a guy, like your focus should not be on girls. It should be on building yourself up for success, and the girls will come. The girls will come.
Don't chase, attract.
They should be a byproduct of your success, not your focus of your success.
Right.
And I mean, out of college, I mean, I wasn't really like, I was never like a big like guy that was chasing girls all the time. But whenever I had a girlfriend or something, that she became, I think, too much of a focus in my life. I think that's something I learned on later, right? That should not be the case. So girls are a big distraction. So if you
I say the wrong girl is a big distraction, which is
I would say
most of the times we're dating the wrong girl when we're young because we just don't know what we're doing.
Just dating in general, even if it's the right girl, like that's gonna take time,
Sure.
energy that you could be using to succeed, right? To build a business, to get an education, get big skills, right? When you're younger, you shouldn't be dating like or chasing like focusing on girls, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Like you could, right? You should be focusing on yourself, like especially in your teens, your 20s, like up to your 30s. Like once you've built that success, like then you have the resources and the time and like to deal with girls because they cost money.
They do unfortunately cost money.
They cost money, they cost time, they cost energy, and then those are like the three biggest things that would take away from your success.
Right.
Because you have to allocate things towards a girl rather than like yourself or your business or or anything that helps you succeed. Because most of the time they're not a asset that appreciates, they're a liability that depreciates. So as that sounds, that's the reality of it, right?
Yeah, it's just the truth.
If you get married, have kids, like that at an early age, you really like limit yourself.
Yeah, you shoot yourself in the foot in terms of experiences too. I say like that's why I yell at all the kids, dude, when they're like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I'm like, "You better wear a fucking condom." Like, don't get nobody pregnant,
like,
please.
I want a girlfriend. I want like, yes, I understand that. Like, it's your biological need to do that, and that's nothing wrong with that. But the real success comes from able to I guess be disciplined enough and be in control of those emotions and urges to see a bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
Put your focus on your success, on your business, on yourself, on your work, right? And you'll be happier in the long run.
Focus on your dreams. Focus on you. I would say focus on you until the focus is on you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like the more you focus on yourself, eventually people will start focusing back on you, and you'll be like, okay, cool, now I'm great.
Because at the end of the day, like if you are on your mission and you're succeeding, you're gonna be a more sought after commodity than just another like beautiful woman or beautiful girl or whatever you want to call it, right? So as a guy, obviously it's opposite if you're a girl and there's guys trying to get at you. That's a different story.
Which is like all the time, dude. What?
Yeah, so it's from my perspective, my experience.
It's okay.
As a man, So that's what I would say is a profound, advice or things that I learned.
No, I think it's important. No, it is.
Yeah, but it's also a lesson you have to learn the hard way. I think every man has to learn that like through experience. So, I mean, I could sit here and tell you all day, but at the end of the day, you're not going to really do it until you've gone through it yourself.
You have to. I would say like they have to touch the stove. Like you can tell them like, "Yo, that pan is hot. Don't touch the pan. Don't touch the pan." And they're like, well, "I still got to touch it. Like I still got to get burned."
Yeah.
I think as parents, our responsibility is to make sure they don't hold their hand on the pan too long.
Oh, just to learn from your mistakes and just not actually get,
Yeah.
Keep doing it. You keep doing it.
Yeah, I have another quote I say where like, nothing's a mistake, it's an experience, unless you do it twice, and then it's a mistake.
Yeah.
You should have fucking learned. Nice. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one. Okay. Equity. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Long one here. Why did you switch from becoming a civil engineer to a business owner? I think we talked about it's because, right, you got offered a nice severance package and you were like, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could always get, like, I was at, like, a kind of weird spot, right? I had money, I could get another job, but I also could, like, take a gamble on myself and go on this venture, right?
Dude,
so
always bet on yourself.
Yeah, so I could bet on myself, but also, like, what if I fail? What's the worst case? Like, it fails, I lose my money, I could always get more money, always get another job, right?
Right.
But this opportunity was so good, like, why not take it? And if I fail, I fail.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't think I could fail because I believed in myself, and I think I was competent enough to work towards that success. But at the end of the day, like, the reason why I enjoy being a business owner rather than working a 9-to-5 is it's much more fulfilling. I was never really like a corporate ladder kind of guy. It was always a means to an end for me.
Uh-huh.
and I could never see myself doing that long term. I was like, okay, it's paying the money, it's paying the bills, and I'm making money, but like I'm not really building anything for myself.
You're helping build somebody else's thing, is what you're doing.
Yeah,
like you're just a cog.
Someone else rich. Yeah, you make someone else. So that's kind of like a weird thing I discovered when I got into exotic cars, because like I made the six-figure salary and I could afford a certain lifestyle, certain car, certain house. But if I wanted to reach that next level, I was like, okay, I need to make this amount of money. It would take me this amount of time to get there with this path, and I don't want to be doing that.
No.
Right? And then I'd just be chasing paychecks to pay bills, and that's not really building wealth in the sense that I want it to live. Right? So that's why I took the chance to be a business owner, because to build real wealth is to actually build something for yourself.
Right.
You can't really work for something and really become wealthy.
I'd also say build something that lasts longer than yourself. You got to build something that lasts longer, because we're only here for what 70, 80 years. Yeah.
You won't be really wealthy. Yeah. You will be rich, but you won't really be wealthy. There's a difference. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. And so being wealthy would be what? What for you is like being quote unquote wealthy?
Like being like building wealth, like actual wealth. Like you have, right? Being rich is like, oh, I make X amount of money, but if you're spending that amount of money, you're not building any wealth, right?
Okay.
You make $200,000 a year, but your costs are like $150,000, so you're really only making $50,000 a year.
Right.
Right. So you're rich, but you make a lot of money, but you don't really build any real wealth. Whereas
there's no leftover.
Right. So if you build a company and then you increase the worth of that company, as well as it makes money, you have equity in it. Like you actually build wealth, right? You expand, you scale it up, and then like you could sell it and then make a profit, and start something else, right? So you have to build something for yourself.
It's an asset. You have assets.
Right. Yeah. So it's like I'm thinking like more like generational or like big picture, like when it comes to wealth, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, generational wealth.
Like I can make money. I can make money. I can make a lot of money. I can make decent money like that. And that can be subjective, which is rich or not, right? Like I make $200,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Right. People just, I'm rich, but if I'm spending $180,000 almost or all of it every year, like, am I wealthy? Not really. Right? You don't have anything.
You don't have anything. This goes back to the video game thing, right? Where you're like, do I have anything to show for this? Right?
Yeah,
you're like,
right. So I'm always a big fan of like I have things to show for my success, for my achievements.
I like that.
And right, so it's like, you have a house, you have a car, you have a business, you have 401k, you have something, right? Whereas if you just go and spend all your money right away, like, oh, I went and had fun, or I went on a trip and I did all these experiences. You had these experiences, and those will last you a lifetime, but you really don't have anything to show for it.
I got some pictures.
In the big, I got some pictures. Right? I can Photoshop that. I can.
With AI, you can. Yeah, fuck.
Exactly. So, I mean, but if you really want to build wealth, then you have to sacrifice those experiences, right?
Okay, I like that. That's cool. I never thought about that, wealth versus being rich. That's cool. I like that. Bum 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 bum. Let me see. I'm trying to think. What advice would you give to a freshman in high school that wants to pursue a career in science? Oh, okay. Biomedical science.
What a nerd.
Nerd.
Join the chess club. Join the chess club.
Were you in chess club with me? I love chess club.
Yeah, I was in chess club, dude. You played with Indubisi and Preeti, remember?
Oh my god, Indubisi. Dude, where is that guy, dude? I should find him on LinkedIn.
I don't know. Probably. Yeah, he's probably at I don't know.
Bro, do you remember Austin Brinson? You remember Austin Brinson the year below us or something?
I don't remember.
He was kind of like super nerdy guy. Yeah, I should have him hook up with Patrick now, because apparently he runs like a huge software conglomerate for restaurants. And I was like, oh, that would be a funny connection. But yeah, chess club. Yeah, that's great. It's career in biomedical sciences. I mean, yeah, take all the AP classes, AP Bio.
Yeah, get rid of all the AP classes you can in high school, so you don't have to take those classes in college.
They're very expensive in college. They're a lot cheaper in high school.
College is expensive.
College is very expensive.
And if you don't have to spend money there, you can spend the money towards your business or something else that will, help you achieve success faster.
Or a Lambo.
They'll drive you somewhere faster. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, have you had to do any more repairs on Lana? Like, I know you had to like
No,
basically take the engine out for like 20 grand or something, but
Yeah.
like, is that done?
Yeah,
Like, she's good. She's happy.
She's good. She's good for now. So
Okay.
cross fingers.
Cross your fingers, dude. But cross your fingers. She's still running next month when I come to Houston for the debut show we have. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, she was working last time when Patty was here last weekend. So.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, he was driving with his girl. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So, was working last time I checked.
Let's see. He's also talking about. Okay, here's a good question. Yeah, did you do any summer? What did you do during the summer in college? Did you have any summer programs or internships?
Internships. I mean, also I got my first job. Summer was like freshman year, sophomore year in college. Because that's how I bought all the DJ equipment. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to be a DJ. I need equipment. How much does it cost?
Money.
Thousands of dollars. I don't have thousands of dollars.
It's not cheap, dude.
How do I get money? Oh, I need to get a job.
Yes.
And that's
this is the problem solving. This is the engineering problem solving. You're like, what's this? How do I do this? How do I do this?
I have a problem. How do I solve it? Okay, I need to do this. How do I do this? How do I achieve this? What do I have? What do I have access to? What are my skills? What can I market myself as? Like, these are all things. Okay, I have no skills. I need to make money, so I need to make a job. Yeah,
because DJ equipment is not cheap. I mean, these are decks. These decks were like $2,100, like just for the decks.
Yeah, right. And then the speakers are another $2,000.
Easily.
Lights are another $2,000.
Another $2,000. Right? Yeah, it's.
I spent like $10,000 on my stuff when I started out.
Yeah.
I just went balls out. So
yes, you went very Michael on it.
One summer, I was like, how do I make money fastest? Legally, right? So I was like, okay,
legally, kids.
Legally, I'm not a criminal.
He does own a bunch of dry cleaners and laundry services, but he does not participate in money laundering. No.
Yeah, it's all legal.
I'm surprised none of the kids asked that. I would think some of the kids would ask about money laundering, but they didn't.
Probably someone. But anyways, it's like, okay, I need to get a job.
Right.
I have no skills. What jobs can I get? Okay, I can work in a restaurant. So I got a job as a server at a sushi restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think that's
cool.
Yeah, so I think that is one of the most valuable lessons I learned is to work in the food industry.
Yes.
Service industry job.
Yes.
Working in a service industry job, like a blue collar job, you learn the definition of hard work.
Yeah.
And you respect
dealing with people. And dealing with fucking people.
Also, you learn to respect the work that goes into that, and then the shit that the people have to deal with.
Right.
And so I knew after that summer, I was like, I don't want to be working these shitty jobs. So I need to get a college education so I don't get stuck working these jobs.
It's motivation.
Like career servers, career bartenders, career cooks or whatever. It's like
we've dated a couple of them. This doesn't really work.
Right, but it's like you don't get days off. Days you take off, you don't get paid. And I don't want to live like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew it was like, okay, I don't want to do that, but I respect the people who do because it's hard work.
Yeah.
And that level of respect is something that you should know, right? That you could always treat people with respect, especially like the ones that are like serving you.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't know how hard they have or what the shit they go through with it. But those people work really hard. And it's just something I learned to appreciate through that job. And that's what I did one summer. Never again. Because I got enough money to buy all the DJ equipment, and then after that,
now I'm a DJ.
Yeah, and I'm a DJ, and I make money off DJing, so I don't have to buy more DJ equipment.
See, that's the leveling up, dude. That's the leveling up, dude.
Yeah,
you do something you don't like, so you can do something you do like.
Exactly. So I did that, and then that, catapulted my DJing hobby and obsession through all college and whatnot. And then the rest of the summers I did college internships.
Okay.
So
at engineering firms and stuff, or what?
Yeah. So that's what I did.
What did you do in your college internships? What were you just getting coffee and shit? Like what were you doing? Do you remember?
You're like doing like filing shit and doing like menial tasks that really have no real merit or.
But it gets you a letter of rec or something.
Yeah, you get some like experience, so you like workforce experience, and people are like, oh, and then they also like tend to offer you a job after college, right?
Okay.
So that's where my first job was through one of the places I did an internship at.
Was that Tetra? Were you at Tetra?
Yeah, Tetra. Yeah, Tetra.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and then so that's usually what the internship is. Either you know somebody through your network or your family, or your college or university usually has a network set up for internships and programs and stuff like that. So that is one of the perks of being a part of I guess a formal education, like a 4-year program or university. They have a pretty big network.
Yeah.
So
It's like rice people hire rice people. You know, it's kind of in the family.
Yeah, but yeah, they know the name Rice carries a lot of weight if you're in like the Houston or Texas area, right?
Exactly.
Outside of Texas, they know what rice is, but they know what A&M is.
They do.
So.
Yeah, Aggies. Yeah, Equity says, what about internships in high school? I mean, did they have many? It's hard to be under 18 and get hired for a company. It's hard.
Yeah, usually we did some. I mean,
yeah, we did. Yeah, I worked for a biotech company for my internship.
Yeah,
I didn't get paid very much.
We did some weird, but that was because of our magnet school had these programs and stuff.
We had connections.
And it's usually like within like the parents of the network of the kids in school.
Yep, exactly.
Network, right?
Yeah.
So, but usually high schools don't get internships. I mean, companies don't give internships to high school students because they're not responsible.
And it's an HR nightmare. I was telling the kids the problem is like you legally can't sign anything. You legally can't sign anything.
Yeah, you're not an adult. So it's a lot of liability stuff. So like, usually not in high school. You can like do job shadowing stuff where you follow people around. And
that's smart. Yeah.
And you don't do stuff like that where you can get you can get your feet wet, kind of like into these different like career fields and stuff, but you don't really do internships. That's my experience, right?
Yeah,
I was in school a long time. So
I stayed in school forever, dude.
I can tell you.
Stay in school forever. What about summer programs? Recommend for science? Summer programs for science? They have these things. Do they have like coding boot camps now and like robotics camps and stuff?
Yeah. Robotics have do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Equity. You got to Google it in your area, but yeah, any sort of like summer. What did we do during our high school summers, bro? What did we do? Like, what did we do? I forget. A lot of Halo.
That was a long time ago, dude. That was like 2 decades ago.
I know I went to Europe one of the summers, but like I'm trying to think what the other fucking summer.
No, we didn't. We did not go to Europe.
I went to Europe. Not y'all went to China. Didn't all y'all go to China or something?
I did that in college. I went to China.
Oh, college. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a part of the group that went to China because I wasn't 18 yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't want to leave the country without them.
Well, that's smart. I mean, yeah, not being an adult and that's gonna make things difficult.
I understood. I wasn't happy, but I understood. So
yeah. Yeah, so Equity, summer programs I recommend for science. Yeah, look, Google stuff around you. Usually, if there's a community college by you, they always run summer programs. And those are very accessible for like high schools. I know Lone Star had like summer things. That was a community college next to us.
Lone Star is now part of Sam Houston, I think.
Yeah, Sam Houston State. Yeah, it's all part of it. So, yeah, check out your local community college. Some of the courses I think are free. They sometimes do these things just as pro bono, just trying to help you all out. Even myself, I didn't do it this year, but the last year I ran like a virtual summer camp where we had the kids learn math, and then I bought somebody an Oculus or something at the end. So, all sorts of fun stuff. We can do that too. All right, let's see. We got another question. QV. Okay, Michael, your journey from Rice University engineering graduate to multi-location dry cleaner owner is fascinating. Ooh, I like QV's like language here. This is good. As you transition from the corporate world to entrepreneurship, what surprised you the most about the challenges and opportunities you encountered? What surprised you the most?
What surprised me the most? How shitty people are.
Bro, I think, dude, yes, because we grew up in a bubble, dude. Everyone around us was smart, educated, happy parents, happy family, no divorce, right? And then you get into the real world and you're like, bro, what? Dude, everything sucks.
It's also weird. It's also weird because I also entered the whole thing during COVID, right? So everyone was extra shitty.
Oh,
right?
man.
You saw, like, people at their worst and their lowest. And
they were hoarding toilet paper.
Shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of my experience is kind of weird in that sense that it happened during COVID. So people were like, it brought out the worst in people, but also brought out the best in people, right? So
yeah,
it's a funny experience. It was humbling and eye opening. I was like, okay, because like working in corporate America, you're used to a certain level of like
decorum,
intelligence, and decorum, etiquette, and just basic human decency, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you go into, I guess, the real world in the sense of like everyone from all walks of life, you get a lot of interesting people to deal with. Yeah. So.
I know we got to get your brother on here to talk about all his nightmares of hiring people stories.
Yeah. Dealing with employees is one thing, but also dealing with customers is a whole nother thing. So
yeah.
Like they say, oh, the customer's always right, and that's so wrong. But,
that is so wrong. No,
that's so wrong. Sometimes these people are wrong.
Yeah, it's just like no dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta like be professional and be nice because they are at the end of the day, paying you money. So
yeah,
you gotta suck it up.
Someone had like a little side question here. I think it was Braden. He asked, "Is there something that when you hear it brings like previous trauma to your life or like PTSD or anxiety?" Yeah, it was a weird question, but like I took it. Yeah.
What someone says or brings or
like
does?
Something you hear or something someone says something like, I don't know, if you had like a bad time in your work and like you hear that name again or something. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is interesting. Okay, now that you say it. Okay, so when I worked at a sushi restaurant, there were these expats from Mexico that would always order a Philadelphia roll.
Okay.
Right. Come in all the time and order it, but they always order it with no fish. So basically, it was just cream cheese and rice.
Isn't that just a California roll?
No, that's it's a Philly.
But wait, that's with avocado. Yeah, you're right. Philadelphia roll is salmon, cream cheese, and this.
Right, but they asked for no fish. So it's just, so I'm like, you just want rice and cream cheese? And they're like, yes. So I will never look at Philadelphia rolls the same after working in that sushi restaurant. And so anyone someone's like, oh, let's get a Philadelphia roll. I'm like, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Out of here.
No. Dude, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know you worked as a sushi guy. That's too funny.
Yeah, so they're like they're like rich, well-off like these Mexican expats.
Yeah.
And I get like, oh, they were trying to be, I don't even know, they're trying to like act sophisticated or whatnot, but they just go here and order like the shittiest stuff, including that. And so I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, if you don't want sushi, just go to another restaurant. Don't come in here and ask for.
Yeah, bro. Like the whole part of sushi is the fish. It's not the cream cheese.
They would order cream cheese and rice. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh my god, dude!
So they always order it. They always order it, and then I would always be traumatized by that.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like how you talk about like again, a fast food job, service industry job. I think it should be mandatory for kids. I think kids should have to work 1 year in the service industry. Just like you have to.
You need like 3 months.
Or 3 months. Yeah, whatever. Just like some amount of time so you humble yourself with like, okay, this is how I got to deal with society. And like, this is like, again, hard work, as you said. It's the meaning of hard work. It's like scrubbing
also,
floors.
Like, deal with shitty customers. Like, oh, I won't be shitty to these people because I understand like what they're
I've been on the receiving end of the stick.
Yeah, exactly. It's not nice.
I remember I was at Chili's once and I saw some dude like send back a steak like 2 times. I'm like, bro, what? You're at Chili's. Like, stop sending the steak back.
I mean, I sent that steak back at that establishment in Palm Beach.
Yeah, the strip club. It's okay. Yeah. Well, that steak was wrong. Yeah, I forgot.
They overcooked that steak.
Did they let us eat the bad one and then they brought another one out, or did they take? No, I forget. They took it back.
I was gonna eat it.
It was a good steak, though. At the end,
it was overcooked though. I was like, bro, I want medium rare. I don't want.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm at a high-paying establishment here. Yeah, I think the place was called Rachel's.
Yeah, it was called Rachel's.
It was called Rachel's. I was like, oh god. It's like, I don't even want to go to a strip club, but I feel like I have to at this point. I have to go to this one.
It was all the married guys that wanted to go.
Yeah, it's always a weird thing. I was talking to my buddy actually about that. Yeah, because my buddy Alex just got back from another bachelor party, and he was just like, he's like, bro, I'm done with these things. I'm done with these bachelor parties because, yeah, it's all the married guys just looking for an opportunity to cheat. And he's just like, and I just don't want to do that. And I'm just like, yeah. Like they were in Cabo or something, and he wanted to go golfing, jet skiing, like all like the fun activities. And they all just wanted to get hammered and go to the strip club. And I'm just like, what? Stop. Womp, womp, womp. But yeah, sorry, back on the topic of service industry, because this was actually, Alex brought this up too. He was the second guest I had on this, but his first job was at McDonald's, and So he talks about all the shit he went through there and how it was very like important for like, you know, humbling him and getting him ready for the real world. And so yeah, so for the kids who are saying like what can you do in high school? You can work in fast food. Like they will let you work there for sure.
You get a shitty job.
Yes. But I almost think
you can understand the definition of work.
Again, I'd probably get yelled at for saying this in like in a classroom, but I can't. It's the internet. I can say what the fuck I want. Like you should like do that for at least like a month or two. Like it'll teach you so much.
Yeah, just work in the summer, and then you'd be like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's hard, and it sucks. And your feet hurt, and you're unappreciated, and you don't really make that much money.
Yeah.
But
it kind of kicks you to do more.
Yeah, it should, right? So, but it also be like, they shouldn't be getting paid that because it's a low-skill job.
Right.
All these people pushing minimum or like livable wages, working that job, like, no, get a better job.
Yeah.
Go do something better. No, I want to get paid to work at McDonald's the same as someone gets paid to be a plumber. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, go learn to be a plumber.
Yeah, go be a plumber. Like, make some real money, get a real job, like that can support a family.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect to work at McDonald's and get paid the same as a guy who works at a corporate job. That just doesn't make sense. Right? But that's what all these people are pushing for, these like minimum wage.
Yeah, they say it's a livable wage, right? Which...
Yeah, but don't work at McDonald's if you can't live off the money. That's the reason why it's called fast food, and that's why the prices are so low. It's because you don't have to pay those guys very much for a low-skilled job. Basically, itself, a robot can do it, really.
Because there was this thing. Dude, bless California. I love California sometimes, dude. But like, what? Some California politician wanted to raise the minimum wage to $50.
Yeah, it's 50. It's like, what? You want a $100 Big Mac? Go for it.
Yeah, bro, dude. If minimum wage was, dude, that's more than I make sometimes when I do stuff. Like some of my contract work is like $45 an hour, dude.
$100,000 a year. If you calculate that, $50 an hour.
Yeah, let's say
over $100,000.
Is it? It's what is it like? Yearly salary calculator. Let's do it.
You're working 80 hours 2 weeks or 40 hours a week.
Here we go.
52.
Hour to salary. Here we go. Yeah, let's say 50, 40. Yeah, what's that?
That's 200 times.
104K. 104K, dude.
Yeah, over $100,000.
Yeah, six figures. That's a lot of money. I mean, I agree. I agree. It's hard, honestly, to live in LA with under six figures. I'll just say that from experience. It is hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't expect, dude, for flipping burgers.
McDonald's work is $100,000.
Yeah.
Why would anybody work at anywhere else?
Dude, you know where you need to work, bro? Have you seen the Buc-ee's, dude? Have you seen the Buc-ee's salary signs, dude?
No.
Dude, okay. I'm gonna show this to you, dude.
If I had to pay $50 an hour for my employees, I would go out of business.
Yeah. Look at this Buc-ee's, dude. They're like, cashier 16 an hour, food service 19, team lead 18, and then they got full-time assistant general manager 100K, car wash manager 125K, food service manager 125 to 175, GM 150 220. Bro, this is insane amounts of money, dude. I'm just like, what? How is Buc-ee's making any money, like, as a company, sorry, if you're paying your managers, like, upper six figures? Bro, you can't even get this amount for, like, being a software engineer.
I mean, that's probably what general manager. Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, but I think the car wash manager is the funny one. I agree. GMs, if they're doing so much, they probably should get paid upper six figures.
Yeah, they're also probably managing multiple locations.
Yeah. But like, if you're a car wash manager, dog, dude, how are you making 125K as a car wash manager?
Yeah, the thing washes itself.
Yeah, what? Dude, what the fuck are you managing?
I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm about to start working at Buc-ee's. I'm sorry, guys. I can't stream anymore. I gotta go work at Buc-ee's. But yeah. Yes. So yeah, minimum wage, cool for the experience, and whatnot. But yeah, use that as motivation to do something better. I had a similar experience.
Yeah, motivate you.
It should motivate. I had that it was my first Christmas coming back after college. So imagine, like, I'm in high school, right? You know me, but my parents, like, kept me locked up and stuff. And then, like, I got to college. I got to be free, beautiful, whoever I am. And then I came back for Christmas for, like, a week. And I was like, no. Like, I don't like having a curfew. I don't like being told when I can and can't go out. I don't like any of this stuff. So, like, that really motivated me that summer to get a job at my undergrad at UT. I got a research position. Like, first thing in January, I walked into a professor's office, like, bro, I need a job because I do not want to go home for summer break. I can't do it. You know how I am when I get home, dude. I get weird. I don't like home. Home is like traumatizing to me. I hate to say because I love my parents and everything, but it's traumatizing. Like I feel like I can't be myself. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see. Additionally, dude, I love this QV. I love this last part because I feel like this applies to a lot of people. It says, what advice would you offer to people who might be considering a similar path or different, even if your parents are forcing you to do computer science? Bro, first of all, QV, you're not alone. Don't worry. Me and Michael were also kind of in the same boat of our parents said, like, you got to fucking do this. And we're like, we don't really want to do it.
I mean, my parents weren't that forceful. I mean, they insinuated, like, hey, you should probably do something that is practical and stuff. But, like, they weren't that, right? They weren't pushy in this, like, you should go into engineering. You shouldn't. I came to that decision myself.
Yeah.
But if your parents are like, oh, do computer programming, I'm guessing you don't like computer programming is the problem, right? If you liked it, Gio likes programming and stuff like that.
I like programming. Yeah, programming's fun. I think it's cool.
Yeah, you got it as a hobby and for fun. But I'm guessing he doesn't like it at all, right?
So what, like shut up, grin it, and just like make money and then go buy a business, kind of, right? Yeah.
Right. Or you gotta show your parents something else that can lead to success, right?
Okay, I like that.
Right. If it's not computer science, then it's got to be like, I'm going to develop this skill set that will lead me to success. Whether it be a trade, or whether it be another skill, I don't know, like what other goals and aspirations or passions you have, but you have to somehow show it, basically market yourself to them that this is your path forward for success.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it be chemistry or mathematics or I don't know, marketing or something, right? Something that you can be successful.
Show that you can make a living. Your parents they just want that for you. They just don't want you to be a bum.
Right. Don't be a burden to your parents and society. Be a contributing member that is able to support themselves and maybe support a family in the future, right? That's what they want to see you. That's how they see you succeed, right? So as long as you're succeeding and being, and doing better in yourself, then I don't think your parents should have a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
Unless your parents are computer programmers and they have a computer programming business and they're trying to push you to take over the business, and that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's a whole
other thing. But as long as you're being successful and bettering yourself, like I don't think that should be a problem. As long as you can show that to your parents and don't get in trouble, I think there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, I think the main, I've been seeing this on a lot of the meme boards and stuff. Have you heard of NEET? N-E-E-T? Have you heard of this?
I think so.
Yeah, it means not in education, employment, or training. So not in education, employment, or training. So basically, you're a fucking bum, is what it is, right?
What? That's another way to say you're a bum.
Well, because think about it, like you're not in education, you're not in school, right? You're not in employment, you don't have a job. You're not training to get a job. If you're not in those three things, you're just a bum.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Well, a lot of them are like just sitting in their parents' basements playing Halo, I guess. But
what? No, like go work out and join the military or something.
Actually, I have a couple students actually in my Discord who, like, for whatever reason, college isn't going to work out. Trade school isn't really for them. But they're like, I'm going to go join the Marines. And I'm like, cool. I think that's actually a very admirable thing, honestly. Because I think the military is great for building discipline and all sorts of things.
Camaraderie. Yeah. It gives you,
brotherhood.
It's a purpose, right? It pays for all your bills.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
free healthcare. I know VA healthcare is not the best, but like it's still free. It's free healthcare.
It's free. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, they set you up for success after fact by paying for education if you want.
Yeah, you get GI bills. Exactly.
You got a lot of bills, a lot of benefits. So I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like that's like almost basically a government program for
these NEETs. Anti-NEETs.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
When I ever see someone who's like, why don't you just join the military? That was like that's always a backup for me.
It's always a backup, dude. You always join the military.
Yeah, like always join the military.
They're having such a hard time getting people to join. Like they want you to join.
Yeah, so it's like, and then they'll pay for everything. So you don't have to worry about your house, roof over your head, food in your mouth, like
right,
and medical. Like insurance, all that. They'll take care of everything, and then after the fact, you're pretty well taken care of. So
Yeah. I mean, minus the, if you got to get sent off to war and shit. I mean, that shit would suck, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why you try to live in a country that doesn't go to war.
Yeah. Or at least has the better tools.
yeah. Set yourself up for success.
Yes, I think the reason why some of these kids, like, again, don't are neats or whatever per se is because I think they have like kind of a bleak outlook on the future, which I understand. Like, if you look in the news,
they're too coddled. They're probably too coddled.
Or coddled. Coddle is another thing, maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah. Someone didn't kick them out of the house. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Who's letting them live in that basement rent free? Like.
Right. Yeah. It's just like, yo, get up. Okay, I get that. That's cool. Anti-neats. Yes, Nick. Awesome. Yes. Okay, let's see. We got any more questions? Let me see. Computer science. Ooh, Obama has one. Okay. Yeah, his name is Obama. His real name is Jeff. He's a cool guy. Okay, what advice do you have for STEM students who are considering entrepreneurship but feel hesitant to take the leap? It was probably scary for you to take that leap, right, into being an entrepreneur.
I mean, I got laid off from the job, so
that's like a push.
I mean, it's like I could always get another job. Like right now, if the dry cleaners failed or I sold it, I just go get another job. I have the same skill sets.
Right.
Like I'm confident enough. I'm confident in my abilities to get another job, a 9 to 5. So I could. So yeah, there is a risk, right? Your business could fail. But I guess I was in a place where like I had enough money saved up, I had things set up that if I had like a safety net in case things failed or things didn't work out. I also had support of my friends and family, so that helped out. So yeah, like there's a lot of reservations in doing something new that you've never done before. That makes sense. But I mean that's the risk you gotta take. You can mitigate that risk by
how can you mitigate the risk?
Right, by having like savings, right? Go to STEM, get that job, whatever it is in the medical science field, right? Work for a time and delay, and then the entrepreneur side you have to put as a side project, right? Can't be your main focus. Put it to the side, and it's your side hustle basically, right? And either save up little by little to buy that business or start that business, or just kind of take the steps slowly, right? Don't go head into it. So you still have the safety net of your 9 to 5, right? You don't leave that job. That's your safety net, right? Whether it be saving up money for X amount of years so that when the time comes, you can leave that job to start your entrepreneurship. And I mean, that's how you say you mitigate that risk, right? Yeah, you could just don't get a job right out of college or whatever and just start a business, and that's all you're all.
But that's super risky. Yeah, you're burning the bridges. That's you're like, I'm going for it.
You can if you succeed, it'll be right off the bat, and everything will work. But that's usually not how it goes, and that's why I say mitigate the risk. But you got to play it safe. You got to delay things. Yeah. You got to slow things down. You got to build yourself up to a point where you can be safer with the decisions you make.
With taking that leap, yeah.
Right, take a leap. So, yeah, you're in the STEM field. You get like a programming job at whatever, like all these companies, these tech companies, right? You work there for 5 years. And you don't buy the fancy cars, you don't buy the fancy apartments or houses, and you save up and put it towards business, right? You put it towards building your skill sets. You can also do that within your job. You're like, hey, other opportunities for me to grow, learn new skills, like network with other people, right?
Yeah.
So you can use your 9 to 5 to help set yourself up for success later, whether it be in your business ventures or further in your career. So I have a friend who is a programmer. He basically does that. He's always getting a new job every.
Oh, is this Chad? Is it his birthday today? Is it his birthday?
Yeah, his birthday tomorrow.
Okay, nice. I'll have to wish him happy birthday. Chad, if you're watching, happy birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, so he is he's come to that period where he's like, hey, I'm stagnating in this job. I'm not learning anything else. Okay. I need to either get a new job.
He's always hungry. He's always hungry.
Right. Dude. Yeah. So you gotta maintain that. It's like, and he just just stack that money, and until an opportunity comes up where you can either buy a business or start a venture. Or
this is our boy Chad, dude. Chad is so Chad, dude. I feel like Chad's like a character. Don't they call y'all Rush Hour, right? You're like Jackie Chan, and he's like Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Tucker. But,
Chris Tucker, yeah. This guy's cool. I love Chad.
but yeah, anyways, he's a computer programmer. So yeah. So you could go in that STEM field and you just get that job to make you money, right? But don't spend your money away and save it up to go towards the business. That's a way, like a safer play, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And also, like, again, as we said, like, if your business were to fail, you have the degree, the certifications, the qualification that you can go back to that safety net.
Right, yeah. You work in your field industry for 5-10 years, and you have a gap in your resume. It's like, hey, I went and tried to do this business. It didn't work out, but I still have, my experience and my all the stuff I did before. Like, I still have that. Like, I didn't lose my brain or my skills or function like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's the safety net in a way, right? That's the mitigation of risk. Yeah, it's a slow play, right? It's a safer play, so it's not as risky, but it's not as rewarding up front. But you will, eventually get there.
You eventually get the Lambo, guys. You will eventually get the Lambo. It will happen.
Yeah. I was never really a car guy until I started doing this nonsense that I do. But yeah.
That's too fun. What's the next Michael nonsense thing you're gonna get into, dude? Like, we've done everything from like Warhammer to airsoft to guns. Yeah, like, what's next?
Yeah, I want to buy businesses, buy some real estate, buy some houses.
Okay.
Eventually get to a point where I just can to live off these, like, passively, right? Everything running by itself.
I see. Just chilling with passive income. Yeah. That's the goal.
Build the empire and then pay someone to run it for me. Right?
Yes.
So, but at the same time, like, also enjoy the things in life that I've worked hard for, right? So, like, don't want to put it off too long, delay the gratification too long.
Yeah, dude, have some fun with stuff. I'm trying to think. We have pictures of your. Yeah, these are your figurines, right? These are dope. For those that don't know, this is called Warhammer 40K, and it's a tabletop game that me and Michael started playing in high school together, right?
We played it before high school, I think, right? 8th grade.
Maybe 8th grade. Fort Blood, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But they come out as this. Remember 40K?
It's like little miniature models. Like,
what's the name for that called? What's the name for the things? You know what I'm talking about? The plastic things? What is it called? Like snap-ons?
Spruce?
Yeah, screw. What is it called? Oh, spruce. Spruce.
S-P-R-U-E.
Yeah, like this. This is how it comes. It comes out like this. So you just get a bunch of parts.
And you cut them out, and then you pop them together, and you glue them together, and you put little models.
It's like big boy Legos, and then you paint these things. Yeah.
And you paint them, and you play little war games with them.
And they're super fun. Yeah,
tabletop game. Yeah.
It's like playing an RTS. We say it's like playing I forget. Like we played Age of Empires and stuff, but like whatever the other guys play.
StarCraft.
Yeah, StarCraft. Let me see. Do we have any pictures? Did you send us a picture of like your whole this thing? I'll show this on the stream. I don't care. This is his other recent ventures into firearms.
Yeah, just a
lot of magazines there, dude.
Yeah. It's a free state. There's no limitation on my magazine capacity.
Yeah, California, I think we're limited at 10. I think 10 rounds for...
Yeah, I think they put it so you can't even have a removable magazine anymore either.
For rifles, it's like you get what it's called like so many like parts that are allowed before it becomes like illegal. So it's like pistol grip, removable magazine.
Yeah, that sounds like communism, dude.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I mean, I have my whole qualms about gun rights and stuff. I think crazy people shouldn't get them, but then I also think that the people that write the laws have no fucking clue what they're talking about, right? You got a bunch of people writing gun laws that know nothing about guns, which creates a problem.
I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment, and I believe all women should probably have guns.
All women should have guns too. Wow.
If you're a feminist, you should believe in gun ownership, because that's how you protect yourself.
Yeah.
And prove me otherwise, right?
Yeah, I get upset when like they create laws, but then and then I get mad at the gun manufacturers because then they find these weird loopholes. They're just like, oh, but we can make it so the stock bumps.
It's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah, it is. So it's just unfortunate. It's a business of like lethality. I think that's the problem.
It's a tool. It's a tool. It's a lethal tool, man.
It's a very lethal tool.
It can be used to do lethal things, but so are knives and so are cars.
Some are just easier than others.
You put it in the wrong hand. And bad things will happen. Right?
Nick says if a woman has a gun, the world will die. Lol, Nick. We got to work on Nick's outlooks on life sometimes. It's okay. That's why I'm here. This is why this is the space. I always say, because like kids will always have thoughts, and I'm just like, say them here at least so we can address them.
If all women had guns, just imagine that. Like if all women had guns, do you think the gun rights would be the same? Or like, would be people be pushing for the same gun control?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Like,
there'd be a lot of like shootouts happening. I'm not sure I want that. Like, I guess maybe they can't aim at least or something. I don't know. All right, let's see. Do we got any more questions? Obama said Obama's great. I like that. That was a good question. Okay, cool. That's all those. Let me see if there's any last minute questions that got posted in our chat. Okay. Okay. If you were to go back and do it again, would you change the engineering degree you got, or even just change the degree you got, like going into college? Like, let's imagine you go back to previous self you, and you're like, you're gonna go to college, Michael, but like, maybe
what degree I would get?
Yeah.
What would I do different?
I don't think a business degree is like useful, right? I know everyone says like go into business, but that's like, it's like a trash ass degree, dude, in college, right? It's not worth the money.
Like you get to network. It's basically the business degree is to build that network, right? But it's like, if I had to do it again, what would I do? I mean, I don't really like school. Does that make sense? I like college, but I didn't like school.
Okay.
Right.
So you like the college experience, but you didn't like the school part.
Right. Right. So it doesn't really matter what the program would be. I probably would not enjoy it.
You wouldn't have enjoyed anything? What if we did like arts and crafts?
Maybe architecture. Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, architecture. Right? Yeah, architecture sounds like okay. We were talking about architecture earlier.
Fun? Yeah, I'd be the architect or something like that, right?
Okay.
I think that would be
cool.
I would have fun doing it. Would I, be successful in the sense of making money and building a business and stuff? Like, I probably wouldn't have the same skill sets. I don't know.
I got you. Yeah, yeah. Well, I always say that, like, we got to where we are because of what happened. So everyone always says, like, do you have any regrets? And I'm like, no. I'm just like, things are okay or dope sometimes, and we only got here because of the things that happened, Wait, Nick's last question. He says, Michael did recommend trade school if you want to go into trades, if you want to do trade stuff. And honestly, that's gonna be super lucrative, especially with AI now wiping out all these white collar jobs. Like, someone asked me if like computer programming is a good thing to get into, and I'm like, I don't think so right now. I think in the past, yes, but in the last 2 or 3 years, ChatGPT can write code, so we don't need humans to write code anymore.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. So, like,
let the robots do the robot things.
Let the robots do the robot things. Yeah. I mean, maybe if you're like a big picture like guy, but like, I think just learning computer programming to be a computer programmer, I think is not a good play right now. I think it's good to know how to code. Knowing how to code is an invaluable asset to have in so many other regards.
It's like speaking a language.
It's like speaking a language, exactly. But don't do it just to be a programmer. I think plumbers, fucking welders, all these jobs where they have the statistics on them. Not enough young people are going into it, so there's this massive like knowledge gap where like all these old plumbers are now dying and no one knows how to fucking fix the pipes. So, yes, trade school, trades can pay off.
I recommend trade schools, and it could catapult you into like building a business around that trade, right?
Yeah.
Where you can hire more employees that do that trade and start your own business that way, right? And you offer that service. I think that's a good way to get into entrepreneurship without going to college. Right? You can provide a service to a certain level, expertise, and customer care that beats the competitors, especially in a dying market, right? So
they're hungry for people, Nick. So I mean, I would say to Nick, just try something out. Try out something in a trade school. Like, if I were to do it again, bro, I would go be a car mechanic. I think that would be sick. I mean, we basically already are mechanics, right?
Yeah, I want a car shop. Like, eventually buy a car shop.
Yes, dude. Yes. Your buddy has one. What's the name of his car shop, dude? What is it? The one in Houston? What's it called? Your buddy has one.
Solo has one. I forget what it's called.
It's like exotic car shop or something.
Something, yes. I don't remember. Auto something. I don't remember.
But they do all these mods and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like exotic auto house. I don't know where this website is, but like
like Euro Sport Auto something.
Yeah. Do they just get to play all day with this stuff? Like the other big one, right, is Hennessy. Hennessy's dope, right?
Yeah. But it's just like a goal of mine. It's like, for all the services I need in my life, I would like to own a business that does that. So
okay.
I need work on my car. I want a car shop. Right? I want like my laundry done. I want a dry cleaner. So I want a cleaning service. I want my house cleaned. I have a cleaning service or something
Yeah.
like that. Like that's the goal. So all the things that I need in my life, I will want a business that does that.
I love that. Yeah, because then you don't got to pay for it because like you own it.
Yeah, I just own it. It's like, oh, I need my work on my car.
I always say this with your brother Patrick, right? Because he owns a restaurant. I'm like, bro, you don't ever need food, right? Because you own a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm hungry. I was like, I want to have my own gym, right?
Yeah.
Just so I could go work out and then don't have to pay a membership, something like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that. That's like a silly goal of mine. I'm just like,
no, I like that.
Everything I want to own something that I don't have to pay into because I already have it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, Nick says now I might do engineering or plumbing, whatever pays more. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think they're probably going to be about equal. I think the demand for plumbers is going to be very high. Don't quote me on that, but I think we're going to start paying a lot of money for plumbers, and that's something AI can't take. AI can't fucking fix your pipes. You need a person to do that.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the Android thing.
Skynet's not there yet. Skynet's not there yet.
Skynet, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I did the same thing, Michael, with like, so I got a haircut today, and I didn't have to pay for it because and I love that this like worked itself out in LA, especially in LA, because like the guy I go to get my haircut usually charges $190 for a haircut, which is like way too much. Like, dude, I could never afford that. But I've developed like, at first it was like a business relationship with this guy where like he needed someone to run the Facebook ads and the Amazon ads for his account, and like that took me very little time to just set it and forget it. And so I was just kind of like the on-call, like if anything was wrong with the computer. He didn't really speak much English and whatnot. He was like, can you handle it? I'll give you a monthly, retainer, and whatever you want done with your hair, I'll do it for free. And I was just like, oh, sweet. So for like the last 4 years, I've never had to pay for a haircut, which I'm just like, I'm so glad that got outsourced in my life, because yeah, in LA, dude, like if I had to get my hair cut, and I get it cut like every 2 weeks. Usually I would do it like every 6 months because I was like broke and didn't want to do it. But now I'm just like, okay, I just go do it every 2 weeks, and I love it, and I feel awesome. Like getting your haircut is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So I would say the same thing to you kids and whatnot. It's like if you see something, try to maybe build a relationship in that type of area. Like what Michael said, like own a company in that area if you wanted to, or, do some contract work for someone in some sort of service you need. What is Nick saying about, my uncle has a very big house. He needed a plumber. The plumber came and asked $1K just to talk. Yeah. Yeah. That's like a consulting fee for sure. And $5K for the parts. And all he needed was the 3 bathrooms, change a few pipes under the sink. Yeah. But if your uncle's not going to do it, then he's got to pay someone to do it. And if there aren't that many people to do it, he's going to have to pay a lot. Yeah. So go where you're needed. Okay, cool. All right. I think we got through all the questions, Michael. That was really great. I really enjoyed this. We had a lot of cool discussions with stuff. Yeah. That was super dope. Okay, so part of the thing I do here with the podcast is I have you, the guest, pick which question you liked the most, like what you thought the best question was, and then they get like a $20 gift card. If there are multiple contenders that you thought were good, I can throw a couple of them on a wheel, and then we can do a spinny wheel, but like just randomly. But some people are just like, no, I liked that guy's question, give him the prize, and I'm like, cool, do it. So here were all the questions. Sorry,
okay.
Here's, and I think I shared this with you, but here's what they were.
Let me pull it up.
Oh yeah, you have it on your computer. Yeah, just pull it up.
Okay.
All the kids in the chat like, pick me. No begging. And okay, this is, guys, what it comes down to when you're asking your questions. Yeah, you want to pick stuff that's cool, thought-provoking, and then also, if you see someone has already asked that type of question, don't ask it again, because we're not going to repeat it. Whoever says it first, because everyone always does the, like, what's one thing you would change in your life? And I appreciate that question, and sometimes the guests really like it, but don't have every kid ask that. Like, come on, guys. Like, ask something cool.
Let's see. What's the question here? Oh, it surprised you the most. Let's see.
It could be like a favorite topic we had or something,
Please. The Taco Cat one was pretty good.
Yeah, he likes the Taco Cat.
Yeah, let's do similar, definitely. Never thought about that, but what's the other one? What was the one that you surprised you? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, if you got if you got a couple contenders, just tell me them, and we can run a random chance.
What is the QV net or whatever?
QV net, okay. QV, you like QV, okay.
And then Saint, probably. Those are probably my top 3.
Saint and Taco.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Good job, QV, Saint, and Taco. Y'all are in the running. Spin, spin, spin. Who's gonna win? I always love it's like I make my own luck here, dude. Here we go. Let's go. Someone's like, please, Wheel, I'm begging you. Wheel, I'm begging you, please. It goes to QV. Good job, QV.
Oh, right in the middle.
Nice. Okay, let's give another big, awesome welcome to Michael Wen for being our awesome guest here on the Golden Hour AMA podcast. I had a lot of fun with this, Michael. I appreciate you, man, coming on.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah,
Sorry I was late. Yeah.
No, you're okay, dude. You're
on being late.
It's okay. No, it's totally cool. We got it to work. I'm glad we got the phone thing to work. And this is the cool thing. As we keep doing more of these, this like helps me figure out how technically to get things to work with people. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Gotcha.
Nice. Okay, awesome. So, our next stream will be on Monday, guys, for office hours. If you need homework questions, that'll be 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to do a Fortnite tournament on Saturday. I will release the details about that tonight, and that will be streaming on Actual Gaming. So, yes, come by that. If you guys have any questions afterwards for Michael, let me know, and I will forward them to him, or I'll put his profile up on the announcements before we had it. Okay, cool. All right, thanks again, Michael. I really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a great fucking weekend, and we'll see you later, dude. Peace out, guys.
Right. See you in a month.